You know, it's so interesting watching the interviews with Paul Ryan and Paul Manafort. I've known Paul Ryan for 20 years. I like him very much, and it was painful to watch, I've got to say. I mean, the people who are now rationalizing supporting Donald Trump when they are proud to be representatives of the party of Lincoln, a protege of Jack Kemp, it's going to be a horrible 4 or 5 months for the Republican Party. People do not understand how much damage, from my point of view, Donald Trump will do. Having said that, the other thing I was struck by watching Paul Manafort, they have a clear message. I think people are totally underestimating Trump's chance of winning. That doesn't make me happy. But Manafort, you know, they're going to slough aside all the insults, all the terrible things Trump has said and say, do you want change or not? And if it is only Trump or Hillary Clinton in a change election, you could have a pretty flawed change messenger, and I'm afraid he could win.
Yeah. I think we all ought to pause with what happened in Orlando today. There's people going down to Disney World with their families and that awful shooting at a gay nightclub in Orlando. And if we just understand that all of the hateful thoughts become hateful words, become hateful actions, and maybe in the course of this, after what happened, that we will just, the temperatures will go down and we sort of get back to a place where we can understand the common good.
That's precisely why.
But I don't see, I mean,
it's not going to be about temperament. It's going to be about strong leadership.
No, but strong leadership, Kelly, is not about fear-mongering and exploiting racial anxieties and bigotry. Donald Trump's idea of a counterterrorism program is barring all Muslims, bombing all families in the Middle East, essentially ISIS families,
you realize, Katrina,
and
the FBI
torturing.
Islamic
I think the grief and anger today. But we can't lose sight of senseless gun violence and the gun epidemic in this country.
I am anti-Trump, but if this was an act of Islamic terrorism, whether a lone wolf or perhaps a lot of lone wolves turn out to have connections abroad, one way or the other.
What we're learning is we actually have learned the name of the shooter.
Right.
His name is Omar Mateen. He's from St. Lucie County, Florida, born in 1986.
Right, parents from Afghanistan, I think they're saying. But if he was motivated by Islamist jihadist ideology, these talking points are not going to work. It's going to, Donald Trump, the best moment, I say this with regret, the moment that helped Trump win the nomination was the San Bernardino massacre and his calling for a ban on all Muslims, which is an insane, bad public policy, undoable, and we shouldn't do it. Having said that, it helped him. And I think we shouldn't kid ourselves. And frankly, if these are the Democratic talking points here, senseless gun violence, it's not senseless.
No, but I
think
it's
jihad.
Well, I think whenever we get, whatever the side gets in, it's us versus them. It's not helpful in the solving the part of this problem in the course of this. Do less guns, we're going to solve it. Possibly yes, possibly no. More guns won't solve it in the course of this, but let's get back to a culture that has a communication.
It's got to be the last word. Thank you very much. We'll be right back after this from our ABC stations.